recording. Now, first and the most important thing is until now, until now we have done all our coding on online compilers, but it's high time that we need to understand how we can use uh, an IDE, which is an integrated development environment. I mean, where we can write our code and we can execute our code and we can see the output. So all these things, and it also has additional features where it tells if your syntax is wrong or there are n number of features which and advantages you can have when you're using IDEs. So for JavaScript, we will be using Visual Studio Code, okay, which is an integrated development environment, one of the integrated development environment, which we will be using so that we can write our code, execute our code, and see the output of our code in one tool. Okay, and if there are any errors like syntax errors or logic errors or any exceptions, we can also see them all at once in one complete tool. So first, before going and working on the IDE, we need to check couple of things on our system. Is it installed or not? Okay, for that I will be opening command prompt. Okay, once I open command prompt, okay, sorry, I think I need to share my screen, right? I didn't share my screen. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, share entire screen, share. Okay, hide, show my screen. Okay, now I'll open command prompt. Here in command prompt, first I will type node space hyphen v and hit enter. Okay, I have Node installed on your system. Now I'll check if Node package manager is installed on my system or not. Okay, for that I will be going and typing npm space hyphen v and hit enter. Okay, great, I have this too. Now I also check if Visual Studio Code is installed on my system or not. For that, I will be typing CODE space hyphen V and hit enter. Okay, great. I do have Visual Studio Code as well. So all the softwares that are required to run the JavaScript code on Visual Studio Code is installed on my system. I'll exit this command prompt. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open uh, I mean, I'm going to navigate to either downloads or documents or to desktop. I mean, it's better to navigate to downloads folder or documents folder, any folder, that is fine. Let me go to documents folder and create a new folder, completely new folder. Let's say JavaScript demo. Okay, and hit enter. So a new folder is created. Now I will get into this folder. Here I will go ahead and click on the the address bar. Okay, just click once so that everything is highlighted. Here I will be typing CMD and hit enter. So now my command prompt is opened with the path of the folder, the path of the folder, uh, exactly choosing that particular path of the folder, the command prompt is open. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to type CODE space dot, hit dot and hit enter. Now, the Visual Studio Code is opened. Now, in here, I have my folder name as well and the welcome screen. Now, I will close this welcome screen. And in this folder where it has folder name, on the right hand side I have multiple icons. So here I will click on the first icon where it says new file. I will click here and write, I'll name my file as first test dot JS. Why JS? Because JS represents JavaScript, and we have to create a file especially to work on JavaScript code. That is the reason we need to give extension as .js and hit enter. Now a window is opened on the right hand side. Okay, so once the window is opened here, just type anything. You can type any of the JavaScript code. Like let me say console. See, it's also giving me suggestions. Like you can if I just type con, then here I have suggestions where I can choose one from. So I'll use the down arrow key and select that option and hit enter. Now I have console. When I hit dot, here I have lot of options. So what is the option? If I want to print something on the console, what is the option that I need? Log. So I'll select log. Once once I have selected log, then I need to open. Okay, so it completed for me. It created open and close parenthesis for me, and then I hit semicolon. In here I will give double quotes or single quotes, that doesn't matter. This is this code is written inside Visual Studio Visual Studio okay, Visual Studio Code IDE. Now I've done my writing of the code. Now how can I execute this? To execute this, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna hit this three dots, ellipses or dots, I can say. Click here, go to terminal, select terminal, and select new terminal. Just select new terminal. So it will at the bottom, the terminal is opened. Uh, okay, now we are. It is displaying the same path. It is displaying the same folder path, documents, JavaScript demo. The same path it is displaying here. So once we are on the same path, on the right path, okay, just type in node space and your test case and your file name. Okay, first is with extension. Type with extension. Okay, when you so it is node space first test.js. When you typed all inside the terminal, hit enter. So it will run your code exactly. So if there are any errors, like if I say I missed E here, okay, I missed E here, and now I'm trying to run that particular file, okay, trying to execute it. See here, it has said reference error, console is not defined. It is saying in the first line, okay, there is an error. In the first line itself, there is an error, and it says console. Okay, here we have missed E. That is the reason it was not successful. So hit E again, and then use the up arrow keys so that you can choose the command that you have used earlier. Hit enter. It ran the code again. You can also type CLS here. CLS, just type CLS and hit enter, which clears the terminal screen. So what I suggest is from today onwards, if you're writing your JavaScript code or practicing your JavaScript code, then use Visual Studio Code. Do not go with online compilers, okay? Because this is what you will be working on. You will be working on IDEs in your projects or in your companies. So always better to get used to IDEs and not to online compilers. So we will be discussing, we will be working on this IDE a lot. But the first thing is you have to create a folder and then get inside the folder and click on the address bar, type cmd, hit enter, where it opens the command line tool. Then type in code space dot and hit enter, so that it opens the Visual Studio Code. And then here create a file with .js extension, which is JavaScript. Then type something, any JavaScript code is fine, anything. If you want to test anything, that is fine. Then click these three ellipses, go to terminal, hit new terminal. Then once this terminal is loaded with the path, with the exact path of the folder that you were in, then go ahead and type in node space, then first is your file name with the extension and hit enter. So it will run your code. So this is a main important uh, tool which we will be using in our projects or in our companies. I mean, not only Visual Studio Code, it might be Eclipse or IntelliJ or Visual Studio. Okay, there are many tools. So one if you get used to one IDE, then you will be familiar with other ones as well. It will be almost similar. Okay, so this is a thing. Let me exit this and exit this too. Now, there's one more thing. I have created um, I mean JavaScript interview questions, a list of JavaScript interview questions uh, till the topics that we have covered till now. Okay, a list which I will be sharing it on the group. Okay, almost every topic we have covered, almost every topic interview questions you will find in here. Okay, these are only the questions, these are the questions related to the topics that we have discussed. Now this one, this is this is programming. I mean, the programming questions that you will be asked, on the topics that we have discussed. So this is a list. This is a list of all the programming. All the programming. All in the list. Most of them will be asked from this. So many. There are logic and the strings and arrays. All these programming questions which are listed here. So I will be sharing this document as well. And there are a couple of handouts where you can see. Don't go for this one where you see this arrow mark. Don't go for this topic because we haven't covered this. We haven't covered filter or the function. This is a filter method, and this is a arrow function in JavaScript, which we haven't covered, but others which we have covered, like split method. This is also split method, and includes lowercase, and also join, and what else for no, not this one, replace and trim. These, just look at the examples, how and in what way the questions might be asked and how can we solve them. And the same for UI automation as well. I mean and don't do here as well, don't go for this arrow functions, okay, or this filter methods. Okay, so this is a list for programming questions which can be asked in interviews. And these are the questions which can be asked in the interviews, like a general questions, not programming questions, general questions on related to topics. And we also have difference. See, if I take one of the example here, what is the difference between double equals to and triple equals to, and why should triple equals to be preferred? Okay, so, and also here you can find in arrays, especially in arrays, last find the length and last element of an array, or join array elements into single string. Okay, these things will be asked. And there is one more here, status codes. Okay, very 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 important when you're giving an API interview. API interview, status codes will be asked. Status codes will be asked. So please go through this status codes, all the status codes which are important and which will be asked in the interviews. And these are the these are more programming questions which just what I suggest is, before doing this programming questions, okay, go for these ones, okay, these go for these, complete these, and complete these ones first, then go for this pdf ones. I will be sharing all these documents, all this one stated codes one, and questions for programming, and general JavaScript questions, and programming questions on JavaScript related, especially related to the topics we have covered. And these are the examples. Okay, these are the examples which you can refer to. And also I have shared one more document. I'll be resharing that document once again. So the topics which we have covered till now, all those questions, all those interview questions or interview programming questions, all are covered in all these documents. Okay, so please go through them, refer them, practice them, so that uh, if there is any interview related to JavaScript, not only APIs but UIs as well, it will be easy for you to uh, crack them or go through them. Okay, so one more thing, yes, what is the difference between put and patch, and what all different methods are present in APIs? So these questions are also general questions which will be asked. But the put and patch, we know like what exactly does, and what all methods we have in API testing, APIs which we know. Uh, okay, what all methods do we have in APIs? I mean, the common methods that we use in APIs for testing. Anyone? Okay.
Uh, you meant to say get food
Yes,
post
yes, Minati.
generate like that, right?
Yeah.
As this? Yeah.
Yes, you are right. Okay. Yes, you are right, Minati. Yeah, get, post, put, patch, and delete. And also the other famous question is, what is the difference between put and patch? Okay, so, and these status codes. So because these days API testing is being mandatory, and it is preferred most. And yeah, it will be very beneficial. uh, More, so yeah. And status codes, yes, please, it is just if, if you remember these many status codes and their responses and the use, that is more than enough. The questions will be asked more on this only. I mean, like, what is 200, 201, and 301, and 403, 404, 503? Okay, so please do refer these. Okay, and for today, this is all. And once again I'm updating, from today onwards, it will be daily sessions. It will be daily sessions from Monday to Friday. Okay, and it will be like 30 to 35 minute session, not lengthy sessions, but we will be covering each and every topic. Okay, so that is all for today. Any questions, any doubts, or any queries? I hope not. So that is all for today. We will be meeting tomorrow. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Stop presenting.